What's up, guys? It is Red Eyes Dude here, showing you an intro of my brother's Blue Eyes Galaxy deck, and it's pretty good. So, why don't you tell us the build now?
Alright, this build is Blue Eyes XYZ spam. Mostly this extra deck is relying on was Galaxy Eyes XYZ, but we do have a little bit of non-XYZs in there. I have synchros and then the fusions and stuff like that. Alright, so to start us off, we'll do the 3 original Blue Eyes. Nothing's better than the original, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we go to the 3 alternatives. Alternative is easy to summon, plus it's good to get ranks out. So you have, its effects pretty simple and everyone knows it. Reveal 1 Blue Eyes from hand, special it from hand. And after, you can't special after before you do that, so. Next, first Teak of the deck. This is Teak Eyes, Teak Dragons deck. At least it's a little nickname people have been giving it. Dragon Spirit or White, I run them at 3. Well, normally everyone would run them at 2. I like 3 of them because it's easier for XYZs. Plus, our deck, the Blue Eyes deck itself doesn't get much of a destruction spells and traps, so this is one of our many. I run 1 Divine Dragon Lord Felgrim. He's pretty nice. So what you do, you play Return of the Dragon Lords, bring him back from the graveyard. After sending him like from a trade-in or something like that, he's a rank 8. I mean, level 8.
Okay.
So what you do, trade in him, then you get return, bring him back to life. You can banish a monster from your opponent's graveyard or field, and this monster gains 800 attack. 100 attack.
I thought it was just field.
No, it's graveyard as well.
Let me see.
Sure. Next card, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. It's a good card in here.
Okay.
Plus, it's a fax is what brings it on. Because here's what you do. You could be running the dimensional guy where you discard him and your opponent takes 3 damage when you activate the effect, but I don't. What you do, you attack, you banish both until end of battle phase. After that, comes back. If it's an XYZ monster, he gets 500 attack and defense. 500 attack for each XYZ material that was sent to the grave. Next is last of my big beat 6 of Morphage Goliath. He is a really hard thing to work with in this deck. Because this deck, you mostly XYZ summon. This neither player can, whenever he's on the field as a monster, because he's a pedalum, when he's on the field as a monster, neither player can special summon from the extra. Normally, you would try to get one of your big XYZ monsters, or maybe a couple of them on to the field, and then you play that. But yeah, all right. Next is our 3 Archbraves. Archbraves are revival for this deck. They're the monsters. Whenever they're sent to the grave, say you have Dragon's Ravine. You just discard 1 card and then send a dragon from your deck to the grave. Usually, if you have one of these guys in your hand, that's an easy way to ditch them. After ditching them, next standby phase, you can special dragon from your graveyard. So say you have Photon or Goliath in there, you can resurrect them. All right. Let's go to my littler monsters. All right. 1 minute. Start us off with 2 Keeper of the Shrines. These guys are really trolling. Say you have a Blue Eyes on the field.
Mm-hmm.
I have my Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field, and these 2 are in the grave. What happens is Blue Eyes gets killed by, a card effect, say Regeki. Somebody Regekis the field to get him off. You special your 2 keepers back from the grave, and your Blue Eyes will get back added to your hand. That's why I run 2 of them. I was thinking about, also he's a good target for Dark Matter's effect, which I'll tell you that whenever we come to him. Next is Drigard. His effect, he's a rank 4. I know he looks weird, but what you do, you tribute, say you have a Blue Eyes and a Maiden in this guy. You tribute your Blue Eyes, target Maiden. Maiden's effect will allow you to get that Blue Eyes back, and then that Maiden goes up to an 8-star. So what you do, you overlay with those 2, you get a good XYZ off. And it's simple and easy. Also, she gains 800 attack like Mausoleum. The 1 Honest placeholder. Alright, now it's time for the tuner section. 3 Sages. These guys are a must for all the little tuner monsters you have. Like, we have Master, Maiden, the Whitestones, which these guys counter work with perfectly. These guys have 2 effects. One is whenever they're summoned, to search through your deck for a 1 level 1 light tuner, so like any of the monsters I just listed. And then its second effect, you can send it from your hand to the grave to special, to target a monster you control. Normally, you would like to combo this with Maiden. Maiden's effect, whenever she's targeted by a card effect, you get a special Blue Eyes. And then it summons a Blue Eyes monster from your deck. So, yeah, alright. 3 sages. 2 maidens. I run 2, it's just, some people don't even run Maiden, so, yeah. What Maiden does is whenever she's targeted by a battle, targeted for an attack, you can negate the attack, and if you do, change the battle position of this card, then special Blue Eyes White Dragon from hand, deck, or graveyard. During the player's turn, whenever a card effect is activated, and she is targeted by that effect, special Blue Eyes, and then the effect will still go off. Alright, and then the one master with the Eyes Blue, yeah, one master, he adds 1 level 1 light tuner from the graveyard to the hand. Then his Sage is, there's 3 mostly of these guys, the Eyes of Blues, the new ones. Sage, Protector, Master. Protectors from hand, Masters from graveyard, Sages from deck. What you do, you have these 3, it's not bad combo. And then one card, like, let's say, Dragon's Ravine. You activate Ravine, send this guy to the grave. After sending him to the, well, no. That actually would be weird. Because what you do, you send him to the grave, summon Maiden, target with Sage. Sage's effect would go off. Same with Maidens. You'll have a Blue Eyes and a Blue Eyes monster. Then you would probably send like a Dragon Spirit of White to the grave. Then you could get that other one out for targeting another monster you control. Simple as that. Alright, now we go down to our eggs. Yeah. We have 2 eggs of Ancients. These guys, I would run them at 3 for this deck because you're trying to spam as many monsters as you can, and if you can send these guys to the grave, that's a perfect thing. So what he does is whenever he's in the grave on the end phase, he specials a Blue Eyes monster from the deck. So like Blue Eyes White Dragon or Dragon Spirit of White, because Dragon Spirit of White's effect makes him a Blue Eyes monster, and then you can banish him to add 1 from Blue Eyes monster from your graveyard to your hand. The 1 legend because you need a little adding. And that's all my monsters for the deck. Now the spells. 3 trade-ins. Triple trade-in, mandatory for this deck. Another cheek of mine, my Blue Eyes has a lot of them. Dark World Dealings. Because here's the thing. Like trade-in, these guys ditch a card. But this, what you do is you draw 1 first and then you ditch. So here's what you do. Say you have that Archgrave Dragon I was telling you guys about earlier in your hand. There's really trading can't get them out. Only the field spell and this thing. What you do, you activate this, draw 1 card, and then you discard Archgrave. Then you play Ravine if you get it, and then summon the 2. Summon off of Archgrave next turn. Alright, whatever. Next turn. Next card, the Melody of the Awakening Dragon. Run 2 of those. Because this card is pretty fun to play with. You don't need a third. I tried it at 3, but like the only targets for this is the alternative, Blue Eyes, and then Photon. So, all right. Next card we have 2 of the Ravines because it's only limited to 2. I mean, some are not limited to 2. If you could have it at 3, I would. But yeah, what it does is a Dragon Unity card. But what it does, discard 1 card. Then activate 1 of these effects. Add 1 level 4 lower Dragonity monster from your deck to your hand, or send 1 Dragon type monster from your deck to the graveyard. Then run the 1 Wing Beat. My deck needs this. So say you have alternative. You need a reveal to summon up. So Wing Beat. What you do is you play say you have a Blue Eyes on the field. You play Wing Beat. Add that Blue Eyes back to your hand, and all the spells and traps on the field are destroyed. Say your opponent has like 5 set cards, a field spell, and then 2 pendulums.
Okay.
Perfect clean. Alright. And then you have a Zerg in your hand. I mean, not a Zerg. Alternative in your hand. Alright. Triple return, revival of the cards. Since you don't really need, what's it called? I'm sorry. You don't need Silver Scry as much, but you need this guy. Instead, he's the new replacement. So he charges a level 7 or 8 dragon, so you can special any of those dragons, like
Yeah, with
Goliath
Silver Cry, just target normal,
and normal
monsters.
monster. But it is a quick play, which if I would run it, I'll probably run it at 1 or 2. But you can only activate it once per turn. And then the last spell of the deck is Soul Charge.
Yeah.
That's not a surprise. No, everyone has to run that. Right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Extra deck.
Yep, time for the extra deck.
We have our 1 Twin Burst, like you guys saw earlier. He's a really good card. Attacks 2 monsters, and if he doesn't destroy the monster, say, they have a 4K beat stick on their side of the field. Attack it, can't be destroyed by battle. But your opponent's monster gets banished for the rest of the duel.
It's legit. I hate it.
Cypher, I'll be running this guy at 2. But my XYZ engine, I'm still working on vaguely. But this deck, extra deck's not complete yet. Cypher's effect?
How is it not complete when you have 3,
Don't say it. I still need like level 8 stuff, like Photon, Tachyon, and stuff like that.
Alright.
His effect, target, I detach 1 to target, it's a 2-8 rank, what's it? It's a rank 8, 2 level 8s. Mostly you'll get like 2 blue eyes as an overlay for him. What you do, detach 1, target a monster, usually an XYZ your opponent controls, take control of it for the rest of the turn. And its name becomes Galaxy Eye Cyber Dragon.
Okay.
And then Galaxy Eye Tachyon. Say your opponent has really bad shenanigans like with their monster effects in battle phase. What you do, you play Tachyon instead of Cypher, and then you activate his effect in battle phase. Detach 1. After you detach 1, negate the effects of all face-up monsters in battle phase. And then you'll probably have something else on board as well. So, and then he gains 1,000 for each card effect activated after this effect. That is in the battle phase. Alright, we have the 1 Photon. I would run this guy at 2, but right now I only have 1 of them. So, what he does is, he's a popper. Detach 1, destroy 1 card on the field, that's face up. Alright, and then here's the fun part. Everyone thinks of me as crazy because I can get this off in a first turn, but Triple Dark Matter Dragon. This is a boss monster for your XYZ.
He calls it doesn't matter.
It's what everyone nicknamed it at our normal tournament place.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter dragon, because it doesn't matter what happens, you're still, the opponent's still going to lose of it. So, what he does, when he's summoned, you send 3 dragons with different names to the grave. And then your opponent banishes 3 monsters. Alright?
He got all 3 when I dueled him.
I got all 3 of them just a minute ago when we were doing. So, yeah. Number 100, Nimron Dragon. Once I'm trying to collect number 2 more ranks for him, but I know I can get him out other ways. Like Cypher, he takes one of my opponent's XYZs, then I overlay with this. So, yeah. This guy's a really fun card. What he does is, normally, I would try to get the field with him and these 2. Because his effect, I detach 1 material. For each rank, he gains 1,000 on the field. So that's 9, so that's 18, 19. He would be at 19,000.
Yeah, he would.
And that's really destructive. A minute ago, I had him up to like 23. Right?
28.
No, 27, sorry. So, yeah. I can make really destructive plays with this guy. I have an XYZ, Synchro engine in here. Right now, some of the cards are just placeholders until
You barely even use your engine, though.
that Synchros, yeah. I have like 5 cards, and then I have Hope Harbinger. I want to run 2 of these. Because everyone knows how good a Hope Harbinger is.
That's legit.
It negates spells and traps and whenever an XYZ, like a monster's attack, which a lot of people use it for that effect, to detach 1 to make the attack go to him.
Okay.
And then the last effect, whenever an XYZ monster is destroyed, you can transfer the attack to another monster. Like, say, Tachyon dies and he has a 3K. You can transfer it to Hope Harbinger himself, make him a 6K.
Okay.
And then Asa is the last one, because if you are coming in desperate times, you need desperate measures. So you'll have him, Asa, come in, name the top card off your deck, say you call Blue Eyes, White Dragon. You add, if it's right, you add it to your hand. If it's wrong, send it to the graveyard. If you call it wrong, you can detach 1 from this guy, target 1 card in the field, and shuffle it back into the deck.
What if you called it right?
Add it to your hand.
Okay.
Now Synchros. I run Boss of the Dragon Spirit White. This is the newer Synchro. I like it a lot. So, 1 of the Azure, and then 1 Black Rose. And that's my extra. And that is the Blue Eyes
Build.
Blue Eyes XYZ spam playlist or deck review. If you like it, please subscribe and watch for more.
And also do all that stuff.
Yeah.
See ya.
See you next time.